You're live.
Good morning, Blue Dragons. I am so happy to be here. We got sun at the beach instead of clouds. And we're listening to some African drums. So I just got to tell you, last night we had a drum circle right here. So I am so happy because drumming is my outlet. And I want you to understand that the whole point of what we do is sing, drum, dance. Now, what does that mean, sing, drum, dance? Well, if we look at our hearts, and we do a cross section of the heart, there's 4 strings. So the heart is like a harp. And when you breathe out, you push the air up to the vocal cords. So you literally have to breathe out. Your diaphragm has to push the air out to go to vibrate past the vocal cords. So from the vocal cords to the heart, ah, ee, ah, ee, ah, ee, ah, ee. And if you just make those vocalizations, ah, ee, ah, ee, ah, ee, A-E-I, O-U, 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 A-E-I, O-U, O-U, O-U. So we can move energy through the body with sound. So when we sing, we literally sing our hearts open. And that's really, really an important thing to do, is to sing your heart open. Now, a secondary thing is called a mnemonic device, M-N-E-M-O-N-I-C. Mnemonic device is a way of memorizing what it is that we do when we sing. So when we sing, we memorize the way that we're doing it. So one of the things we do is shake your hands, move your cheek. Shake your hands. Show me what you're working with. Shake your hands, move your cheek. Then we shake them to the sky, then we shake them to the earth, then we shake them to the side, and then we shake them up. So if you memorize the words to the song and you sing them out loud, you will not forget the song or the dance. You won't forget the dance either. So this is really important. Shake your hands, move your cheek. Shake sky, side to side. Shake them to the earth, side to side. Shake them to the side, side to side. Shake them up, move your cheek. Then we drum the lungs, and you have to say, drum your lungs. Then we drum the kidneys. Then we go right hand Jing, left hand Qi, right hand Shen, left hand Qi. Right hand Jing, left hand Qi, right hand Shen, left hand Qi. And you should all do that with me. Right hand Jing, left hand Qi, right hand Shen, left hand Qi. Jing, Qi, Shen, Qi. Jing, Qi, Shen, Qi, Jing, Qi, Shen, Qi. Then we go to heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, Jing, Qi. Now, why is any of this important? Because the whole premise of Taoist healing is what we call the 3 treasures. So Jing, Qi, and Shen are the 3 treasures. So Jing is translated as essence. Essence is the hormones, the male and female hormones that your body makes, but it is only made from what you eat. So if you don't eat properly, your quality of hormones is not going to be that good. So the digestive and the reproductive system together is the Jing field, which is this 3-dimensional ball. Now, if you remember yesterday, we had the batons, and we had a ball of Qi, and we were pulling the ball into the body. We were literally merging the ball, pulling it up, and then pushing it out. So that's your Jing. Now, the Qi field is the circulatory and the respiratory. So the blood goes into the lungs, it gets oxygenated in the lungs, and then when you breathe in, the blood goes out. When you breathe out, the blood goes in. So it's sort of counterintuitive to understand really what's going on. So when you breathe in, the lungs expand with air, pushing the blood out. When you breathe out, you collapse the lung, allowing blood to go in. And this is why breathing exercises are so very important. And I checked yesterday, and there's literally hundreds of people teaching breath work and breath exercises on YouTube, which is a wonderful thing. But to do it with the understanding that you're purifying the blood and that you're controlling your blood pressure is a whole other issue. Then we have the Shen. The Shen is mental, intention, focus, and will. However, it's actually your neuroendocrine system and your musculoskeletal system that work together. So the Shen is neuroendocrine plus musculoskeletal. Now, March of 2018, Western science just discovered that interstitial fluid, which is the 71% of the body that's water, is part of the neuroendocrine system, and it controls the fascia and the connective tissue. So my brain is going, what, you just discovered that? Chinese medicine has known this for over 2,500 years. So the neuroendocrine controls the fascia and the connective tissue, which is the musculoskeletal system. So when we go Jing, Qi, Shen, Qi, Jing, Qi, Shen, Qi, we're sort of like patting, drumming, energizing, enervating, encouraging, comforting those body systems. That's sort of like going in for an energetic tune-up. So you can tune yourself up every single day. Jing, Qi, Shen, Qi, Jing, Qi, Shen, Qi. Now, are you going to remember to do that? Probably not. But if I put it in a dance and I make it fun, most definitely you'll remember that. So that's why we sing, so that you will remember the sequence. Now, drumming. Drum your lungs, and we make our fingers stiff. Drum your lungs, and then we say drum your kidneys. Now, the kidneys are above the ribs. They're not below the ribs. They're above, they're protected. So we want to drum the last three ribs, which creates an internal vibration that breaks up any stagnation in the kidneys, because the kidneys are an actual filter. The kidneys filter every drop of fluid, including your blood, in your body. So the lymph system, which I talk about frequently, pulls in all the dirt. The fluid goes to the kidney. The dirt goes to the colon. So the lymphatic system is sort of like a separator. Then we go thymus thump. Now, the thymus is between the bottom of the breastbone and the top of the breastbone. So the thymus is midway between. So if we make a loose fist, so thymus thump, side to side. Qigong, side to side. Now thymus thump, side to side. Then we go to pluck your thyroid. So the thyroid is underneath this muscle. So when we pluck, and you got to hook the thumb in. If you don't hook the thumb, you're not going to hit the thyroid. So you actually have to hook the thumb and then pluck, and that's how you create an internal vibration which stimulates your thyroid. Now, why is the thyroid important? Because it regulates your body temperature and your metabolism. So let's say Your roommate borrows your car. And then you go outside and, oh, my car is there. And you feel the hood of the car and it's cold. Well, he didn't go anywhere. Or you feel it and it's hot. Oh, he's been driving the car. So your metabolism regulates the rate at which you burn calories and your body temperature. So when you run hot, I run hot, all my close friends run hot, because we're hot and moist. We're hot and damp people. So that means your metabolism is running fine. But if you're cold and moist, or cold and dry, or hot and dry, not really a good scene. So my job is to teach you how to do these Qigong exercises so that we can alter your metabolism to make it run smoother, better, finer, faster, smarter. Now, that's our thyroid. Now, the pituitary is in the front. The pituitary sits in a little cup behind the forehead. So if we put our thumbs on the temple and pull apart the forehead with 3 fingers, we literally wash the pituitary with cerebrospinal fluid. And what does that do? That stimulates the pituitary to work better. So just think of a sponge. If it's bone dry, it's not very effective. You have to moisten or dampen the sponge in order for it to be effective. Now, in the back, in the center, so you find the occipital ridge, which is the base of the skull. The center is what we call the brain stem. The pineal gland is at the top of the brain stem. So we make little hammers of our fingertips, and then we bang the base of the skull, and that creates an internal vibration that stimulates the pineal. Now, what is the function of the pineal? What the pineal does is it regulates your sleep-wake cycles. So for the last 30 years, I've rarely gotten more than 5 hours sleep, closer to 2.5 to 4 hours sleep for the last 30 years. Now, my Qigong master only slept 2 hours a night. And I'm like, how do you do all this stuff? And he was way older than me. How do you do all that stuff with 2 hours sleep? He said, every hour of meditation is like 4 hours of sleep. And I was like, wait, what? So what happens when you go to sleep? Does your heart rate slow down when you're sleeping? Do your lungs slow down when you're sleeping? Do your muscles relax when you're sleeping? Do your bones elongate when you're sleeping? Does your brain wave activity slow down when you're sleeping? Well, of course it does. So what if I could teach you how to do all of that while you're awake? What's that worth to you? So if you could take 10, 15, 20 minutes several times a day and slow your heart rate, slow your respiration, relax your muscles, elongate your bones, slow your brainwave activity down, that would give you the same benefit as if you were sleeping. Wow. So, in China, in the monastery where the Shaolin monks live, there is no prescribed time for meditation. So it's not like everybody gets up and they all go to the meditation hall and they all sit. And no, they don't do that. They do what they need to do. And when they need to meditate, they go and meditate. So there's little bridges. There's little brooks of running water over rocks. There's little tiny windmills. There's all kinds of really cool places to just be still and meditate. Now, they all have work, they all have a job to do, but when they need to meditate, they just go and they meditate. Now, we live in the greatest country on earth, which means we have the freedom to stop what we're doing and take a smoke break or a coffee break or a water cooler break. But do we ever go outside and hug a tree? Do we ever go outside and sit on a park bench and feed a squirrel or a pigeon? I never did that. So the issue for us is we have to learn how to meditate while we're in Qigong class so that we can meditate at some other time when it is convenient. So if you make a to-do list, if you have your daily work schedule and you complete a task, go meditate for 5 or 10 minutes and then go back and start your next task. Okay, so drumming, I got away from drumming. I went off on a tangent, forgive me. So drumming is where we literally drum up the arm and drum down the arm. We drum up the arm, we drum down the arm, and of course we do it on the other side. Now there is a specifically prescribed sequence for doing that. So we start with the wrist, center of the palm is called Lao Gong, and we want to hit the back of the wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we hit 8 times up to the elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we hit the elbow joint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then up to the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we hit the top of the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And we do that 3 times. And then we do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we do that 3 times. Then, coming down, we hit the center of the armpit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And we do that on each side. So that's a whole drumming thing that I will go into greater detail in a different class that's going to be your morning routine. So that's why drumming is important. And at bedtime, we go down the outside and up the inside of the leg. And we do that 3 times and 3 times. So we get the arms and the legs. And then there's a whole body drumming starting with the belly button and going in an outward circle. That's what we do in the morning. And at night, we start out and then we go in. And then in the groin, we hit the lymph glands in the groin. So there's a lot to learn about body drumming, anatomy drumming. And again, I put it all in a dance to make it easy for you. Sing, drum, dance. Now, the dancing is equally important because we are animal, we are human, and we are divine. We are the Holy Three. We are the 3 in 1. So do you want to operate from your animal nature, or do you want to operate from your human nature, or would you rather operate from your divine nature? Now, in the course of 8 hours a day, you're going to have divine moments. 3:15, 7:27, 9:45. You're going to be divine for 2 or 3 minutes, but then you're going to sink back and then sink down. I want that. Give me that. And then we're going to blame and guilt and shame and be frustrated. So we flip back and forth between animal, human, and divine all day long. The purpose of Qigong is to anchor your energy so that you can be more in your divine mind, less in your lazy, greedy, grasping human mind, and even lesser in your animal food, sex, food, sex, food, sex. So we flip back and forth, but Qigong teaches us how to elevate awareness, connection, and elevation. That's how we lift ourselves up. So now you have the whole reason why I teach Qigong and the reason why you need to master your own energy, and that starts with mastering your breath. So now I'm going to teach you 2 breathing exercises, one of which you should have already known years ago. So this one is called alternate nose breathing. So we start with the left thumb. So you're going to breathe in, and then you're going to breathe out. And then you're going to breathe in, and you're going to breathe. Now this is a slow breath. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. So we do that 8 times. And then we switch. Right hand, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Now, some people use these 2 fingers as opposed to these 2 fingers. This is connected to the lung. The thumb is connected to the lung, which is why you have to use the thumb. You can't use any other finger. And this finger is connected to the large intestine, which is paired. The lungs are paired with the large intestines. They're what we call dual energy. Now, the large intestine meridian starts on the index finger and comes up and ends next to the nose. So that is why we have to use the thumb and the index finger, because at the bottom of the nose is connected to the large intestine meridian. You can't use any other fingers. You have to use thumb and index, lung and large intestine, because the bottom of the nose connects to the large intestine meridian. That's pretty awesome from my perspective, because I know the meridians and I'm a doctor of Asian medicine. Now, when you get a toothache, where is the acupressure point for your toothache? Right there. When you get a sinus headache, where is the acupressure point for sinus headache? Right there. Because that goes into the nose and the jaw goes all the way to the back. So what if you have a headache in the back of your head? The same point. So this is a master point. This point is called the mouth of the tiger, because your finger grip, and I'm going to call it the mouth of the dragon, because we do dragon claw exercises all the time. So this is the mouth of the dragon. Now you can press, you can do a triangular press with your own thumb, and you can do that at the end of the day, anytime after 5 p.m., just to zero balance your energy. Okay? Now, the energy is in your large intestine between 5 and 7 a.m., which means between 5 and 7 p.m., the energy in the large intestine is low. So that's when you should do this before you eat dinner. You should do acupressure. So between 5 and 7, you should do this about 20 times. Just go in a triangle like that. So press and hold, press and hold, press and hold, right on the bone, right on the bone. On the bone, not dead in the center, but along the bone, and then you switch and then go down the other bone, and then you go across. So up the bone, down the bone, across. And you do that triangle, okay? And 1 minute, 2 minutes, we're not watching the clock, but you will notice when it hurts. And then you will notice when it doesn't hurt. So, if it hurts, it needs to be done more than a minute. Okay? So your body talks to you, so you have to actually listen to your body. So, you learned a lot today. You learned more than you bargained for. So sing, drum, dance. So now, we're going to go back to the dance. Drum the earth side to side. Qigong side to side. Now drum the earth side to side. Qigong side to side. Now shake him to the side, side to side. Qigong side to side. Now shake him to the side, side to side. Qigong side to side. Now shake him up. Move your cheek. Shake him up. Show me what you're working with. Shake him up. Move your cheek. Sing with me. Show me what you're working with. Now lean back. Now drum your lungs side to side. Qigong side to side. Now drum your lungs side to side. Qigong side to side. Now lean forward. Now drum your kidneys side to side. Qigong side to side. Now drum your kidneys side to side. Qigong side to side. Thymus thump. Qigong side to side. Thump. Qigong side to side. Side. Qigong side to side. Now sacral pump side to side. Qigong side to side. Right hand jing. Left hand chi. Right hand shen. Left hand chi. Right hand jing. Left hand chi. Right hand shen. Left hand chi. Jing. Chi. Shen. Chi. Jing. Chi. Shen. Chi. Jing. Chi. Shen. Chi. Jing. Chi. Shen. Chi. Heart. Lung. Liver. Spleen. Right kidney. Left kidney. Jing. Chi. Heart. Lung. Liver. Spleen. Right kidney. Left kidney. Jing. Chi. Lung. Liver. Spleen. Sing with me. Right kidney. Left kidney. Jing. Chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, liver, liver, spleen, liver, right kidney, left kidney, right kidney, left kidney, Jing Chi, Jing Chi, heart, lung, liver, spleen, liver, liver, spleen, liver, right kidney, left kidney, right kidney, left kidney, Jing Chi, Jing Chi, heart, lung, liver, spleen, liver, liver, spleen, liver, right kidney, left kidney, right kidney, left kidney. Jing, chi, jing, chi. Long liver spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi. Heart, long liver spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi. Heart, long liver spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi. Heart, long. I'm going to change it up. Liver, spleen, right kidney, chi, left kidney, jing. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, chi, left kidney, jing. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, kidney, chi, 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 kidney, jing. Blue Dragon, Qigong, Blue Dragon. So, that is the first song, drum, and dance all wrapped into one. So that's the one that we start with. That's the one that you start with. And you should do that several times a day. So the jing, we said, is a three-dimensional energetic ball. So the jing is in the pelvis. So now, we're going to breathe in, breathe out, tighten the abdominals, roll the pelvis forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Fly like a dragon. This is called Steel Buddha Belly. So as you tighten and roll the pelvis forward, you're literally strengthening all of your internal organs. So underneath the diaphragm is the small and large intestine, the bladder, and the uterus. Above the diaphragm is the spleen, stomach, pancreas, liver, and gallbladder, and lungs. So every time we contract and relax the diaphragm, we're massaging internal organs. Now, I don't know if all the people teaching breath work are talking about the organs and the meridians and the blood flow. I hope that they are. Now the meridian that's being affected is called the penetrating channel. And the penetrating meridian starts at the top of the pubic bone and goes to the top of the collarbone. So as you do that thrust forward, you're moving the energy up from the pelvis to the collarbone. Now when you breathe in and bend your knees like that, your toes grip the ground unconsciously. You're not even aware of what's happening. And what's going on is there's a little hollow on the bottom of the foot called bubbling spring. So every time you do that, you open it up for your feet to absorb PEMF, pulsed electromagnetic field. Now, that is coming into the kidney meridian from the bottom of the foot, and it's going into the groin. And from there, it's transferring from the groin to the pelvis, and then from the pelvis to the collarbone. So the penetrating channel is very, very an important extra meridian. And as we tighten and relax the diaphragm, we're massaging all of our internal organs. Wow! This is an amazing exercise. We also call this the stand-up sit-up. Stand up, sit up. Stand up for you, Chi. Stand up, sit up. Qigong to make you healthy. So this is the Blue Dragon. This is unique to Blue Dragon. So there's a encyclopedia of Qigong written by Ken Cohn from Colorado. So I shared with him the exercises that Master Lee taught me. And he wrote me a nice letter which said this is an authentic family Qigong. It's not in any of the classics that he's aware of. And as a doctor of Asian medicine, all these exercises work through the meridians. So that's what makes it medical, because each exercise works through the meridians, and it's very unique, okay? Now, we're going to do the same movements, only we're going to turn our shoulders perpendicular to the waist. Now, what's going on internally is that the liver's on the right, spleen's on the left. So as you turn from side to side, you contract and expand, and then you contract and expand, okay? So you're getting your liver and spleen involved. Now, breathe in, breathe out, tighten, roll, turn, breathe in, breathe out, tighten, roll, turn. Now, I want you to put your right hand at the bottom of your breastbone. And I want you to put your left hand behind your right hand. So, this is your stomach. This is your pancreas. Make the thumbs lock. Your right hand's too high. Right? There you go. And now I want you to slide your left hand to the left. That is where your spleen is. So the pancreas and the spleen are right there. And now slide your right hand to the right. That's where your liver is. So gallbladder, liver, pancreas, spleen, gallbladder, liver. So all that is right in one little row. Okay? Now when you breathe out, the diaphragm contracts and pushes up against the stomach, pancreas, spleen, liver. And of course, the lungs are in the back. So when the diaphragm pushes up, it pushes up against the lungs. So the diaphragm is pretty important. So we breathe in, we breathe out. And as we turn, we're getting the spleen, the pancreas, the stomach, the gallbladder, and the liver. And then breathe in, breathe out, tighten, and now we go the other way, and then we get the same organs in reverse. So now, we're seeing how we're literally tightening. Breathe in, breathe out, and tighten. And as we turn, we're doing another massage. So just the act of tightening, the act of turning while we're tight, massages those internal organs. And this is how you prevent constipation, heartburn, gas, bloat, belch. All those digestive disorders can be prevented and reversed by tightening and turning. Breathe in, breathe out, tighten, turn. Breathe in, breathe out, tighten, turn. So that is an internal massage, which I think is pretty badass.
You do it on the outside too.
We do it on both sides.
No, but I mean, like while you're doing it, like you do it.
No. Ball of chi. Ball of chi. Ball of chi. Okay. Now that we've got that movement and we're strengthening the external obliques and the core muscles, now that we've got that, then we go into a step and step back, turn, and step. Now, this foot is what we call an empty foot. That means there's no weight on that foot. Okay? So all the weight's on the left foot. So contract, turn, step forward with the right foot. Contract, turn, step back with the right foot. Contract, turn, step forward with the left foot. Now, you have to cultivate balance on your left because you're doing this. So your left leg is planted. So you have to create some balance there, right? So contract, turn, step forward. Contract, turn, step back. Contract, turn, step forward. Contract, turn, step back. Contract, turn, step forward. Contract, turn, step forward. Breathe out, tighten, turn, step back. So when I say contract, that means tighten and turn. Because we practiced the other part already. So now you know what I'm talking about when I say contract, expand. Contract, expand. Now we're going to plant the right foot and we're going to step forward with the left. Okay? Contract, turn, step back. Contract, turn, step forward. Contract, turn, step back. Contract, turn, step forward. Now remember, the moving foot is an empty foot. There's no weight. So when you step, there's no weight on that foot because all the weight's on the right. Okay, you're not listening to me. Empty foot, empty foot. Empty foot. No weight on the moving foot. There's no weight on the moving foot. Okay. All right. Okay, now that we've got that down, then we turn it into a dance. So I broke all the little pieces down. This piece, the moving piece. Now we turn it into a dance. But you have to do the internal because nobody can see what's going on. So you literally have to do the internal. So now we turn it into a dance. Okay, so that's something you're going to have to practice on your own now that you've got all that. Now we're going to go into the shimmy. So I want you to imagine that you're in a doorway and your back is against the door jamb, and you're gonna slide up and down, and then you're gonna step and you're gonna go against the other door jamb and step. So you're rubbing the door jamb against the center of the spine. Now the purpose of that is to increase flow of the cerebrospinal fluid, which lubricates the spinal cord, the spinal column, and the dural tube. Now, once we get that, then we do a little shimmy with the shoulders. Down, up, shift. Down, up, shift. Down, up, shift. So that's the warm-up, that's the preparation for this next part. So we're going to extend the right arm, and as the right arm comes into the heart, the left arm's going to go back. And now we're going to turn. In, out, turn. In, out, turn. Now we're going to, so once we get that particular movement, it's like that light switch where you push it in and it goes out the other side. Now we're going to add another little wrinkle to it. Now as this comes in, you're going to bend your knees. And as this turns, you're going to stand up. So bend your knees, stand up. Bend your knees, stand up. So now this is a full body exercise because we're using our arms, our legs, our neck, we're turning our head. Okay. So how's everybody feel? How's your legs feel? Okay. So now we're going to work on shoulder, elbow, wrist. There we go. So now lift the shoulders. Lift the shoulders, roll them back. Lift the shoulders. Now when we lift the shoulders, we lift the lungs. When you lift the lungs, you lift the kidneys. Now, I want you to throw the hips out. Stand up, throw the hips out. Now bang your heels. Now we're going to double it. Now we're going to reverse. So we're going to lift the shoulders and go back. Lift the shoulders and go back. Lift them and roll back. So this is the reverse of what we were doing before. But again, we're lifting the lungs and the kidneys, and we're contracting the lungs and the kidneys. But the ligaments and tendons that hold them in place. Okay? Now, this should be a whole lot easier than what we were doing before. So now we're going to double it. Don't forget to bang your heels. And this is the dance part. Now what's happening is we're breaking up stagnation. Okay. Hip, knee, ankle, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Now we're doing the same side. Now we double it. Look down. Look forward. Look up. Now I want you to step. We're still on the same side. So as we shift our weight from side to side, all of the interstitial fluid goes on one side and then the other side. So we're literally washing through the lymphatic system, through the lymph glands. Now we're going to go opposite. Shoulders go opposite the hips. Stop. And now we're going to reverse. Now the heart has a rhythm. The lungs have a rhythm. Doom doom, doom doom, doom doom, doom doom. Ha, ha, ha. So when we have a doom doom and a ha ha, so we have a doom doom and a ha ha, that creates an internal rhythm. And all we want to do is move our bones and our joints to that internal rhythm. So contraction, expansion, roll to the opposite side, contraction, expansion, roll to the other side. I don't see anybody bending their knees. You gotta bend your knees. That's better. Contraction, roll, expansion, contraction, roll. And then we reverse, extension, contraction, roll. So all that is of critical importance because the pelvis is connected to the torso through the spine. But the torso has a rib cage which ends, and if we did a straight line, it would go to L2. So the ribs literally curve down, okay? So the ribs are not straight in, the ribs are curved down. So if you find the bottom of the last rib and you go straight to the center, you're at L2. So most people bend at L4, L5. And 80% of all back pain, non-injury related, is L3, L4, L5, which is where you bend instead of bending at L5, S1. So instead of bending here, you need to bend your knees and then bend there, okay? So instead of bending here, which is where most people bend, you just bend the knee slightly and then you bend from the waist. Now you've heard that 100 times. Bend from your waist, bend from your waist. You're like, what are they talking about? I don't know. So bend the knee slightly and then it's easier to bend. But if you try to bend from a straight leg position, you're going to bend at the wrong place. And then 10, 20, 30 years later, you're going to end up with a back problem at L3, L4, L5. So my objective is to get you to fire your chiropractor and heal your own spine with the Blue Dragon Qigong Academy. So, Maestro, what's our time like?
4 minutes.
3 minutes. Oh my God. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay, we're going to end with we're going to end with do the kidney flow. Gee whiz. You've been with me 6 months and you don't know the kidney flow. Okay. Transform fear into courage. Make fear your friend. Make him your companion. I got the fear and I did it anyway. I'm going to hold on to the fear and as I walk, as I move. Okay. So hand to the ear. Hand to the ear. Hand to the ear. Hand to the ear. Pick your knee up. Pick your chi up. Kick your chi up. Hey, ho. Do the kidney flow. Pick your knee up. Pick your chi up. Kick your chi up. Hey, ho. Do the kidney flow. Pick your knee up. Pick your chi up. Kick your chi up. Hey, ho. Do the kidney flow. Now knee to the elbow. Knee to the elbow. Knee to the elbow. Knee to the elbow. Now. Pick your heel up. Pick your chi up. Kick your chi up. Hey. Ho. Do the kidney flow. Pick your heel up. Pick your chi up. Kick your chi up. Hey. Ho. Do the kidney flow. Now, hand to the ear. I was wondering when you guys are going to catch on. Hand to the ear. Hand to the ear. Pick your knee up. Pick your chi up. Kick your chi up. Hey. Ho. Do the kidney flow. Pick your knee up. Pick your chi up. Kick your chi up. Hey. Ho. Do the kidney flow. Pick your knee up. Pick your chi up. Kick your chi up. Hey. Ho. Do the kidney flow. Now knee to the elbow. 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 4 more. Knee to the elbow. Knee to the elbow. Knee to the elbow. Knee to the elbow. Now pick your heel up. Pick your heel up. Pick your chi up. Kick your chi up. Hey. Ho. Do the kidney flow. Pick your heel up. Pick your chi up. Kick your chi up. Hey, ho. Do the kidney flow. Pick your heel up. Pick your chi up. Kick your chi up. Hey, ho. Do the kidney flow. So fear, false evidence appearing real. Turn fear into your friend. Transform fear into courage. So, I want to thank you all. It's been my pleasure to enlighten you, relieve you of your burdens of misconceptions, and give you back your own power to heal yourself. Sing, drum, dance your way to whole health. Sing, drum, dance your way to whole health. Thank you. We want to give our gratitude to the Most High, Father, Son, Mother Sky, Grandmother Ocean, and Brother Earth. Thanks to you for all your gifts and treasures. Today is Thursday, Buddha's Day, the Lord of Compassion. May the chi that we have created here allow us to turn into compassion for ourselves, as well as the compassion that we give to others. Repeat after me. Chi, so, be, it. So, thank you. Your health is in your hands, and prevention is the only cure. And if you want to be well, you've got to Qigong well. Till tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's Freebie Friday. Where are we going to be broadcasting from tomorrow? Where are we going to be streaming from tomorrow? YouTube.
Then we'll share it, yeah.
And then we'll share it. So tell all your friends, people that you care about, people who aren't feeling up to par, people who are depressed, people who have cancer, diabetes, anybody who's out of sorts, tell them to watch tomorrow. It's going to be great. Thank you. That's the